Hi there, my name's Chris. It has been just over 4 months since I made my first unboxing / first impressions video for my Braingain dumbbell set. It's the 32 kilogram Octagon dumbbell set. Now I wanted to revisit the video because I've had some really good questions, really good comments on that, so thank you very much for that. Also, a lot of you have been using the affiliate link that I put in the description as well, so thank you again for using that. I've also got a discount code which I'll reveal a little bit later in the video, and because I've been using them for just over 4 months now, about 2 to 3 times a week, I wanted to tell you about some of the things that I found from using them and also revisit some of my initial points and see if they still stand. So in my unboxing video I commented on 3 things. Firstly, the base seemed quite sturdy. Secondly, the weight adjustment, so when you're clicking the handle through the weight adjustments, that seemed quite good. And thirdly as well is that the plates, when they're together, unlike cheaper models, they sort of stay together and they don't really shift that much when you undock them. All of those things are still true. The base is obviously really sturdy. It's made primarily of metal from what I can tell, and it lives on my garage floor, and I would say I'm fairly gentle with it anyway, but no cracks, no wear or tear or anything that's concerning. Second thing, the weight adjustments. Now, I've had these sort of Bowflex style of adjustable dumbbells before. Those are nowhere near as good as these. When you're flicking through the weights, mine are in 2 kilogram increments. There's no sort of stops or starts or anything like that, so you can't get them stuck between say 8 and 10 kilos, which again, the cheaper models like the Bowflex style of ones, you can sort of do that accidentally and they end up getting a little bit stuck. They still click around, they still adjust really easily and click around as well as they did when I first got them out of the box. And the third thing I wanted to address as well is that the plates are quite close together. That means that when you're lifting the weights out and actually using them, they don't really feel like they're moving or shifting very much. That's quite important because it means that they stay relatively quiet. I will say that I'm not doing any sort of high intensity workout or anything like that. A lot of the strength training I do is almost sort of slow motion and quite deliberate. But again, I've had no issues with them. I think they're still great. Now, moving on to a few of the questions and comments I got on my original video. Firstly, the size of them. Someone did ask about how big they are essentially. So as a good demonstration, when I'm doing something like an overhead press, I don't lift very heavy at all, but a couple of 10 kilogram dumbbells, which you're about to see, don't really get close to each other. It doesn't feel like they're gonna bash into each other. If they were closer to something like 20 kilo dumbbells, so if you're gonna lift relatively heavy with them, what I would say is that yes, they might get quite close to each other, but also dumbbells in commercial gyms obviously get bigger and bigger as you go up the weights, and that tends to be a problem there as well. So for me personally, I don't think it's ever going to be an issue. I would say at their maximum weight, the 32 kilos, they're fairly large, and if you're lifting those above your head or doing any exercise where both of those dumbbells might get quite close together, it could be an issue that they knock into each other. But like I say, to be honest, not a big problem for me, and I don't think they're overly large, even at their maximum weight setting. I also had a question about dealing with their customer service. Now, that initial query was to do with an older model of dumbbell that doesn't exist anymore, basically, and it was actually to do with the weight adjustments on that dumbbell and the fact that they felt basically not very smooth and they were getting stuck a lot of the time. I will say that their customer service is great from what I can tell and from my own personal experience, and the actual issue that I experienced before is a set of dumbbells that no longer exists, basically, so wouldn't be a problem. Just to reiterate what I said near the beginning as well, the actual weight adjustment of these has been completely fine. It still feels the same as the day I got them out the box, so that's a big thumbs up. Someone else also did ask about general wear and tear, and like I said, I've been using these for over 4 months now, at least 2 times a week, most of the time 4 times a week. I can't really tell that there's been any wear and tear. Now, I am fairly gentle with them, but I am using quite a few different weights within one workout. So I might go down to 6 kilos for some sort of side lateral raises. I might then go up to 26 kilos of dumbbell for some deadlifts off the floor. And to be honest, they haven't really skipped a beat the whole time. They've been completely fine for every exercise. And as of right now, I can't really tell there is any wear and tear at all. They still feel fairly brand new. Now, someone else also asked as well, do you actually get both both dumbbells for the price? The answer is yes, you do. You get 2 dumbbells. I don't believe you can actually buy singles off the Braingain website. Now, if you are on the website and you're thinking about buying some dumbbells, my discount code Chris Ross can be applied at checkout for 5% off your order. I'm really grateful that I got the opportunity to get that, so please do use that. I believe I get a little bit of a kickback as well, and a few of you have been using the affiliate link, which I'll also put at the top of the description down below. That is a direct link to go and buy these dumbbells, and if you use that, I get a little bit of money back as well, which is fab. Now, onto a couple of things that I have noticed from using them a few times a week for the last 4 months or so. Firstly, the shape of the dumbbells. Now, you can get, I believe, a similar set of dumbbells on Braingain's website that is round. These are octagonal, and there's a big advantage to that. For most of my exercises, I use the dumbbell off the floor, so that might just be picking it up for a squat, or it might be doing dumbbell rows or a deadlift or something like that. If I had the round ones, I know I'd have a lot of issues with that. I work out in my garage. The floor is laminate flooring, so it's pretty hard and shiny, and it's not terribly even either. So having the octagon shape saves the dumbbell from rolling away. It just saves any accidents or anything like that, and I appreciate that, especially at the heaviest weights. One other thing as well, whilst I was thinking about making this video, I wanted to try and be as picky as possible and try and find any issues with them. I wouldn't say I've really had an issue with it, but one thing I've noticed, especially at heavier weights, if you undock the dumbbell at a heavier weight, for example 24 or 26 kilos and above, it means that you're left with only 1 or 2 plates in the dock, and when you go to put that dumbbell back, the little semicircle clips that are at the top, sometimes one side will go in and the other side won't. It requires a little bit of adjustment. Basically, you might have to lift it up a bit just to get it back in. I tried my best to show it on a video clip as well. It doesn't happen all the time. It's something to be aware of. I don't know if there are better mechanisms out there, and they're certainly a lot better than the more affordable versions that I've used previously, but I thought it was something that was worth mentioning as well. But other than that, they really haven't skipped a beat at all. They have been brilliant for exactly what I need them for, which is just to work out from home, but to be able to use a variety of different weights at any given time. They have a big benefit over going to a commercial gym, which is that all the weights are there and all the weights are available. In fact, I don't have to walk and pick up a set of 8 kilo dumbbells, walk to put them back, and then go for a 26 kilo set of dumbbells. I can just dock them, click the handle round, and pick them straight back up. Having that freedom and having that big time save as well makes these absolutely worth the money. Yes, they are quite expensive, but if you look after them, I don't see why they wouldn't last a very long time. Now, the comment on my original video about wear and tear, although I've said that, yeah, I can't see any wear and tear, I can't see any degradation there, it's also worth pointing out that the actual mechanism, when you're turning the handle and the plates themselves, is fairly well encased and fairly well hidden. I can't really see any moving parts, and you wouldn't be able to see any moving parts when you're using these on a daily basis. I can only assume that's a good thing as well. So yeah, I've been really happy with them. If you do have any other comments or questions, please do let me down below. I'll try and respond to all of them as well. And if you're thinking about buying anything else off the website, use the discount code Chris Ross for 5% off your order. I get a little bit of money back, and once I've got enough money, I might even buy the bench and treat myself. I've been eyeing that up for a little while now. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed the video. Please give it a like if you liked it, leave a comment and let me know what you thought, and please subscribe if you want to see future videos similar to this one. Have a wonderful day, and I'll see you soon.